Okay guys, welcome to the first round of the French Championship Winter Edition. I'm your host, LuckersTurbo, and I try to deliver you the best cast possible as we are currently, actually I have to, guys, we have some issues, but let's see if the issues have been dealt with. As we see Gwen now, okay, he's not lagging that much, okay. I mean, it seems to work out now. So we had this weird spectating issue. And currently it's working out, guys. So that's cool. So I'm covering server 1 where we have Gwen, then also Bulgork, Siqaa, and a player that I doesn't really know too much. He is called HiikKen TV. But really looking forward how he's gonna perform. The top 2 will go into round 2. And the bottom 2 will degrade into the loser bracket because we're gonna play a double elimination bracket today. And yeah, I'm looking forward to this tournament because 64 players have qualified through a seeding into this tournament, where 62 players have qualified throughout the seeding. And the top 2 of the CDF 2020, maybe you remember the spring edition or the one that was in spring, was going on. We had Gwen, of course, the winner in first qualifying, and then also Link. And we see HiikKen with the first mistake, so he is dead already. And let's go ahead and see Siqaa. Of course, we're gonna play cup mode here with a point limit of 100. And then the points repartition is 10, 6, 4, and 3 points for the respective placements. So if you get third, you get 4 points. If you get fourth, you get 3 points. And so on. We can see Gwen with a very good start, extends his lead here over this third section. And yeah, it's a really cool map that we're gonna play here, but I'm gonna go into the map presentation later. You see Gwen, Siqaa, and then Bulgork in P3. So Bulgork can maybe snipe that second position here with a good ending section. And let's see. Can he make something happen? Nope, he cannot. Siqaa will stay in P2. And Bulgork has to settle on P3. Gwen with a 56.85 to start it all off with here. And this is a 0.4 behind the WR. So that's already a good time here from Gwen. Just gonna say that. So he said on Twitter that he didn't really practice too much. But I am thinking that Gwen doesn't need a lot of practice. But he takes the first 10-pointer. And if you guys don't know how cup mode works, it works as follows. So you have to collect points, of course, till the 100-point threshold, and if you have surpassed this 100 points, you activate the finest mode, and then you have to win one more round in order to gain, or in order to get into the next round. So only top 2 will qualify, and the bottom 2 here will drop into the loser bracket. So you can afford throughout the whole tournament to drop once or to lose one match, but only one match. And we can see again a very, very decided round here for Gwen and also for Siqaa, I wanted to say. But just when I said that, it is Siqaa with a mistake. And he actually drops to P3. And also Dwinjo, thanks for the raid. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. Guys, check out Dwinjo. He's a good guy. He's a very good driver. Just started Trackmania very recently again. Thank you so much for the raid. And yeah, welcome to the stream. I'm currently covering the French Regional Championship, or the French Championship, which is the first day today. And we are playing cup mode here, and the first map is Kyogre. But I didn't really go into the map presentation yet, because I was having issues, of course, with the camera. It's Kyogre by Mephisto. The WR is a 56.46 by Bings. And I want to say that this is one of the faster maps out of the map pool. We have fast tech sections. I mean, you can see players are always faster than 220, 250. So I would think that this is not speed tech, but of course it's fast. Then we have a dirt section where you really want to hold your gear and you have to really get a smooth line over it, as we could have seen it by Bulgork here. He has done this one really well. But he cannot come closer, anywhere closer towards Gwen, who is just marching through here in this match. You can see he's only getting those 10 pointers here. And then we have a very hard ending section, because you can actually full speed this ending, as you've seen it from Gwen, or just a small break tap. And also Bulgork has chosen a good line, but Gwen with a very good line there. And yeah, he gets himself first place again with a .86, which is 0.4 away. So ending is really about speed, so it's about the angle and speed maintainment, about or from the whole ending section. You really want to hit the perfect angle and the perfect line, and that's what we could have seen from Gwen. So that was nicely executed from the 16-year-old Game Ward player. Nice time. Next round, again, Gwen could get himself the 4 out of 4 here. Let's see if he can make that perfect match. And Siqaa makes that mistake here. That's super good for Bulgork here, because of course we're also gonna play for P2. Gwen looking very strong here in this round. Bulgork making that mistake though, but he still remains in that second position because no one is really behind him. As you can see here, HiikKen also with a mistake. Siqaa could come a bit closer here towards him, and he does indeed. 0.6 of a second, but still Bulgork can afford some sort of slower lines here because we're already approaching the ending section. Not sure what Gwen did today, if he really practiced the maps or not, but that's a good time here. 0.82, so 0.8x regu. That's a very good time here from Gwen. Bulgork, the rewards player, in second, and then we have Siqaa on P3. So that's a cool battle that we're gonna see here. But of course, Gwen is marching through and has 40 out of from 40 possible points. So that is nice to see. And yeah, let's go with the next round. So that's the last round. We're gonna play every map 5 times. 5 times will each map be played, and that's it for the map presentation. We have 5 maps, but I'm gonna go into those later. So let's follow a round here from Gwen, but actually I see that Bulgork and Siqaa have a somewhat close fight, and I haven't really seen too much from HiikKen, who's currently occupying P4. Make it P3 now, because Siqaa makes another mistake here in this crucial dirt section where you want to hold your gear and go as close as possible to the wall, and Siqaa was touching it. So he will lose out on 1 point because HiikKen is getting that 3rd position. Bulgork is in 2nd. And then we have Gwen with another sub 57. So that is a crazy good performance from Gwen in 1st. So nice to see that. He has 50 out of 50 possible points. So that is easy peasy for him, as you can see. Gwen is, could win this one in 11 rounds. Guys, do you think that he is going to make it or not? And let's go to the next map. So 5 maps on the map pool. Let's see. What is the next track? Tracks are chosen random. From my understanding, it's NDhem. Guys, rate my pronunciation from 1 to 10. That's the map here. NDhem. Oh my god. So of course I'm not French, but I tried my best here. That was a rough 7. Okay, but it's a map by Rocat. WR is a 57.20 from Call. And yeah, it's a, of course, a tech map with a lot of tarmac or underground changes. You can see the black, like platform block being used, and then dirt, then tech, then the tech tarmac or normal tarmac, then grass again. Then we have normal road, sausage part, then ice part. One of the few ice parts here actually in this tournament. So we rarely, or we don't see any ice. You can see Siqaa. That's what I wanted to mention as well here, just before the speed section, where you don't want to do any SD from my perception. I mean, I wouldn't do an SD there. Maybe in the ending from the exit of this wall, because you're pretty fast there. But you really want to hold your grip there after the ice. That's the important thing. But yeah, guys, I'm not French, but I tried my best. And yeah, again, 5 rounds on this one. We should make a bet here. Okay, guys, we have a bet coming up here. Is Gwen gonna make it? Oh, wait, no, not 5 minutes, damn it. But yeah, will Gwen make it in 5 rounds or not? That's the question here. Go ahead and vote. Just trying to yeah, introduce you a little bit more to that. So currently it's Gwen in first, Bulgork in second. You can vote for that, yes or no, of course. Hopefully you're gonna vote as soon as possible, because I just, yeah, I think everything is good. And yeah, can I just... Ah, damn it, all good. But yeah, Gwen wins it here with a 55.77. That is a crazy time. As you can see, that's only 0.5 away from a WR. So that is sick. That is really sick. And all on yes, that is brave, man. That is pretty brave. But yeah, Gwen wins another round. Bulgork also with a comfortable lead of 9 points over Siqaa. So I mean, you could name it like that. There is only Siqaa who could actually, yeah, I mean, they only can get 6 or 4 points. So having a lead of 9 points is good. But also the first place is super valuable now. And let's see, Gwen again in first position, but makes a small mistake. Oh, I thought he was dying there, but he didn't do so. Of course, this is getting more intense now because you guys made that bet. But yeah, Gwen still in that first position. Almost has touched the wall there, but that wasn't the case. HiikKen also with a good round here, as you can see. He's on P2, so he has put some effort into this track, but makes a small blunder here on that ice. Also steered a little bit too much, so Siqaa has a tiny tad more speed. As you can see here, he goes for that SD, but it's not really fast. But Siqaa with a mistake, and it's actually HiikKen with that 6-pointer. So well deserved for him here. Good round for HiikKen. Siqaa on P3 still, despite making that mistake there in the wall ride, and Bulgork on P4. So Bulgork still didn't really lose too much on his leads onto Siqaa. Only 1 point he has lost there because both got P3 and 4. But I mean, that's good for both of us. But he can make it. He can make it. Ay. Oh my god. I'm sorry, guys. He can make it. That wasn't my best joke. I'm not proud of that. But hey. Let's go to the next round. Gwen is in the lead. 0.2 of a second. So he could get the 7 out of 7 victory here. That's the question in our head, of course. And I think he could well make it. I mean, going all in on that is brave. And also Siqaa with a mistake there. And you can see the respawn. It's so far back. And Bulgork will only get P3 here. So, yeah, I mean, HiikKen is getting the second place in a row. So that is pretty good. And yeah, Jeff, so there is a loser bracket. It's double elimination. It's double elimination. It's double elimination, but it seems that Bulgork and Siqaa are really struggling on that. And HiikKen is capitalizing with it. Also 56.22, a great time. And also a good time from Gwen at 55.71, which is, no, 57.71. Sorry for the tongue or for my mistake there, but it's only 0.5 away of WR. So Gwen with rather consistent driving here. He's not really pushing it by the looks of it. He's just doing a casual driving style here, and you can see here he is again in first position. Gwen is in first, and yeah, let's see if he can remain there, of course, throughout the race. Yeah, he can this far, and we have only one more section to go here. So Siqaa with a small mistake again. Bulgork on P4, but Siqaa with a slide, and this means that Siqaa will drop down to that 4th position. Bulgork with a good SD here. Can he get that 2nd position? No, it's HiikKen again. Great fight here though for a second. HiikKen in 2nd, Bulgork on 3rd, Siqaa on 4th. And look at that, it's getting closer. HiikKen is overtaking with that Siqaa here. Siqaa drops down to last position, 35 points for him. Then we have 37 points for HiikKen and 45 for Bulgork. So this is getting spicier and spicier for the actual 2nd position. So Gwen, last round on this track, round number 10. Gwen could activate final status already. So let's see if he can make it. Bulgork with a small mistake. Gwen is still in the lead. What else would you expect? So Gwen is with a sick performance here onto this tournament. That's why I picked him onto the 1st position. And yeah, I just don't know. Gwen is not making a mistake, and HiikKen again in that 2nd position. Look at that. I mean, he's so capitalizing from that. Also Siqaa here with a release. Quite conservative approach for him. But yeah, looking really good for Gwen here as he's approaching the last part of the section here. I mean, there's also the last map that couldn't suit Gwen pretty well. But so far, he looks unstoppable. He's getting first position again. Let's see if he's gonna ruin the bet. But another point, 55.76. I think either the typo here then, because it's not a 57, it's a 55 in my sheet that I've created. But Gwen is, yeah, SD is speed drift, or how we gonna call it, speed slide. So it's when your car slides with 4 wheels and you maintain that slide over 410 kilometers per hour to get some speed. So Gwen, 10 out of 10 rounds, he's finalist. Gwen, calm down. You have 1 more round to win, and then the bet is safe, guys. Let's see. We have Embers, the next map by Link, the Grizzly player. So his organization has been announced, of course, a Trackmania Grand League player, and a player that was also like dominating the French championship in the prior season, where he won everything. He won every round except the final, where he got 3rd. So that is very devastating to see. But a great performance there from Link in the entirety of the tournament, and he's playing again, and he also has contributed to the map pool, I think again, because he has built another map in the other competition. So Link not only being a good driver, also being a very good mapper. He has also built a lot of Trackmania Grand League maps, which is really cool to see. And this one is, of course, again favoring the multi-style environment, and you could have guessed, or you could have thought, okay, there is a lot of ice on this map. You can see snow left, right, and center. But there's only one ice block on this map. There's only one ice block, and this is the ending. There's only one ice block that players will drive over, but they're gonna drive over that if they're already done. And that's the ending. So that's it. And yeah, let's see how Gwen will perform here. So it is Embers by Link. So you want to avoid, of course, clipping the penalty snow here, or the penalty, or the snow in general that reduces your speed. And then, of course, you don't want to hit the penalty sand or the penalty dirt as well. But let's see if Gwen can make it here. Last round for him, this could be. But I think he slightly touched the snow there. But let's see what Siqaa can do. Maybe Siqaa is better on this track. He is actually not going to the lead. He gets a better line here. Can the T-Sim player make it happen here? Or is Gwen gonna win it in 11 rounds? Let's see here. We are halfway through this map. And yeah, Gwen with a good line, but Siqaa with more speed, and Gwen was actually stumbling here. He needs a very good ending, and this is impossible to call you for the ending because we don't know how good Gwen is on this ending. Siqaa in first place at the moment. We have 1 more turn to go here. This left-hander and then the right-hander that is going upwards, and Siqaa looks like to deny Gwen. Gwen with the wrist though. Is Gwen gonna make it? No, he's not. He's not making it, and Gwen won't win it in 11 rounds. Oh man, this couldn't get more exciting than that. So Gwen is not winning it in 11 rounds. Siqaa's winning this round. And yeah, the doubters actually have won it. So let's do the prediction here. Let's end it, guys. I'm sorry for the people who have voted on Gwen, but it was actually no. Actually, Pingendam voting 5,900 points. Oh my god, SRK losing 30,000. No. So yeah, Siqaa denying Gwen, but Gwen on his round number 12 here. Oh, guys. Just points. So yeah, Gwen in first. And he could win it in 12 rounds, but that wasn't the bet, guys. And yeah, Gwen is actually... Gwen is now winning it, by the looks of it here. Yes, he's gonna make it. And yeah, Gwen is half a second ahead. Good round here, but Siqaa had a very crazy round beforehand. And the T-Sim player is also getting himself that second position here. So he will move from P4 to P2 in just in just 2 rounds. GG's to Gwen. Not surprised to see him winning this one with a 102.0. Which is, yeah, I would say... Wait. 102. Okay, so WR is a 101.78. So Gwen is winning it. And now the first place is on stake again. So players can get that. Let's see what HiikKen is doing in this round. As he's betting out with Bulgork and Siqaa for that second position. So we also play for that second position. P3 and P4 will go into the actual loser bracket. So you can afford one loss in a round. Well, let's firstly focus who of those three players is going to advance into the second round of the winner bracket. You can see HiikKen, with a conservative start. Not really with a lot of speed over that dirt stretch. Let's go into the free camera here as we can see Bulgork chasing Siqaa. Bulgork with a good line there, but Siqaa is remaining in that first position. So Siqaa looks pretty strong on this track, but so does Bulgork as well. I mean, he doesn't look too bad. Didn't really get himself a 10-pointer yet, but maybe he can get it in the next round. Siqaa with a 102.36, great time, 0.6 behind WR. Bulgork with a 0.5, also good, and 103.045, a little bit more conservatively from HiikKen, but still a good time. All right. Ah, damn it. That's unfortunate. What do you mean, karma? Okay, so next round. Round number 4 on this track, if I recall correctly, on the third map. So this is round number 14. Bulgork with a mistake, and he is dead. Siqaa in first, HiikKen on P2, but he really got a lot of airtime there. That's what you want to avoid. You want to get as much speed as possible. You can also no-side that corner. HiikKen is not doing that, and thus he is losing on time towards Siqaa, but he's still getting himself that second position. But now it's not enough to get yourself second, because you really want to get that +4 over your opponents, at +10 points. Siqaa is able to clock in that +10 here with a 102.45, great time as well, and he moves up to 75 points. Bulgork also finishes, but only on P3, so not looking too good for the Rewall player, who lost out in a lot of points here on this track already. He was 9 points ahead of Siqaa throughout this match, and now he's 9 points behind. So not a good second half of the match here for Bulgork. But let's see what he's gonna do in this round, as he's on first. Great start for the Rewalls player. Let's see if he can keep that one up. So we see a lot of people here cheering for Siqaa. That is cool to see. That is very nice to see. And he is right now in the battle with Bulgork, going into the lead. But we still have 25 seconds left. Siqaa with more speed, but no one is going for that no side. I think it's just pretty hard to do. I would go a little bit over the penalty sand there to get a good line, but I'm not sure. Maybe if I'm gonna play this, or if I would have played this track, I would have done it differently, but yeah, all good. So Siqaa with a crazy end section here, and he is remaining, or he's claiming that first position again. So Siqaa winning it, despite Bulgork having a lot of speed there in the ending. It's not enough for him to overtake him. But yeah, he's at 72 points. So 3 victories, and he could claim finalist status himself. So yeah, I mean, it is Siqaa who needs at least a second and a first place to get himself the finalist mode. And then we have Bulgork, of course, 28 points away. But I mean, it's not too much. Just take it into consideration. Siqaa gets himself, let's say, second now, then third in the next round because he made a mistake, and then second again. Then he is finalist at the same time as Bulgork. So if Bulgork gets first position every round and Siqaa's second position every round, we have a double finalist situation to end it all off with. But that's just me doing maths. We have the next map. Fitting name, winter is coming. I mean, it was snowing here a bit yesterday. The roofs of cars are still a bit snowy, but that's winter 2021 for me. It's winter is coming here, a cool map that has been built by Urix, where the WR is a 52.85 if my research is correct. by Energize, or how Marius is calling him, NRGZ. But yeah, it's a techie transitional map where a good line is pretty important. And we have a small full speed section in the ending where, of course, have to avoid pillars. So there are a lot of pillars. Those maps really remind me of Trackmania, or a lot about Nadeo maps. You can see where you have to avoid the pillars. So pretty precise turn there at the ending. And this map actually had for me the most custom things that I had to download before hopping into the preparation. But yeah, let's go into the map here. As of course there's one warm-up before 5 live rounds. HiikKen is also stumbling a little bit, but just when I tried to not jinx him, but didn't say anything good about him, it's Bulgork making that first mistake here. And that means that HiikKen and Siqaa are on P1 and 2. Siqaa with a very risky line there just before that freewheel section. We of course want to maintain as much speed as possible. HiikKen as well with a very good line there, only 0.18 away here, so he could maybe snipe himself that first position. He gets a good amount of speed, but had to release there because his line was a little bit off. And of course you want to avoid the snow here, and it is Siqaa in the lead. Yes, to survive the ending. HiikKen with a very risky line there, going over this the snow. And Siqaa is winning this one here with a 53.43. And thank you guys for the follows here. Thank you SK, Uta, Wawa or Vava, and Focus. Thank you guys so much for the follows. And yeah, it's Siqaa moving up to 95 points. And also No Nico. Thank you guys so much for the follows. Really appreciate that. And welcome to the first round of the French Championship. Okay, next round. It is Siqaa who needs a at least second position in order to activate the finest mode, and Bulgork was stumbling, of course, only has gotten himself 4 points in the prior round, so this is not looking too well for him. Onto this, he needs a good position now. He needs at least second in order to go over 80 points. I mean, okay, if he gets fourth, if he gets third, he also gets 4 points, and this means a lot of points. But yeah, I think it doesn't really matter because he has to win rounds anyway against Siqaa. And so far, oh my god, what is he doing? So far it's looking good for Bulgork, I wanted to say, for that second position, but he made a huge mistake there. But he will still remain in second position, denying some points towards HiikKen, who was at 69 points, by the way. But now it's Siqaa in finalist. He's finalist, and he has at least 2 attempts here to work with. If, of course, Bulgork wins 2 rounds in a row, then we have a double finalist situation. But Bulgork really stumbling on this last 2 maps, or last 3 maps. No, last 2. Because he had a really good start into the tournament, getting a lot of second positions. But then on map number 3, it's map number 4 here, right? Yeah. So it really began to struggle for him. So Bulgork versus Siqaa here. Siqaa's first finals attempt. He gets a good start. And yeah, Bulgork opts for that inside approach. And that was not a lot of speed to work with. And it is Siqaa in the lead. So the T-Zone player could use his first finals attempt. HiikKen is coming closer though. 0.17 of a second. And 1 part is remaining. HiikKen is pushing it though. HiikKen is pushing it 0.12 now. But his ending didn't look too well here because he went over the ice, and it is looking good here for Siqaa. Let's follow him here for that last turn. Siqaa is making that safe approach, and he is qualifying with his first finals attempt to the next round. It is HiikKen and Bulgork. Unfortunately, dropping into the loser bracket. Siqaa is in the winner bracket round 2. But GG's to the players. I think the results are well deserved. Too bad that Bulgork has fallen behind. And also HiikKen didn't really have a bad match here, as you can see, at 79 points. And yeah, are we still playing for P3? I have no idea, but the question is, why should we still play for P3? Maybe someone of the players can answer me that question, or someone who's playing. Maybe you guys can answer it to me. But I thought it's a double elimination bracket where the bottom 2 is going down. But maybe someone else has a yeah, maybe the seeding. Okay, this could make sense, but I just thought that the player who has more points will just drop down. But okay. Okay, then it's for the seeding. Haven't really seen this one, but let's go here with Bulgork, who is, yeah, I mean, of course, getting the first seeding is better than the second seeding, of course. But, yeah, it's unusual, as Jeff also says. But then, okay, there's the seeding. Okay, I see. And yeah, no, Bulgork with a good time here, 53.69. And if I take a look onto my cheat, it's, yeah, only 0.8 away of WR. So that's a good time. Bulgork up to 96 points. And he only needs to finish the next round to activate the finalist mode as well. But yeah, seeding is pretty unusual. I just have to say that. That is very unusual. But yeah, there you have the information. Of course, the tournament is sponsored by Esport Line. Not of course, but and also Ubisoft Nadeo. You can see the explanation of esports or Esport Line there. They're an event organization or association which aims to develop and establish esports in Sarthe or Sarthe. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. And it's in the west of France. So maybe someone of you knows that city. Or the region, I would say. They're organizing events and tournaments around video games. Do not... Why is there a typo in there? Oh my god. That is really bugging me now. Hopefully... Yeah, it's not gonna be the next map. Oh my god, man. Why is there a typo? Okay, that's good. So we have Bulgork being finalist. But yeah, I was organizing. I can also write that with an S. Hesitate, yeah. Who doesn't know that word? Oh my god, what is that, man? To follow them on their social media to support them. Yeah, I've seen that. I don't know, I did that one and it was all correct, but then I was pasting that into my actual other document, and then it was all wrong. Yeah, I'm also getting French here. Edit come. But yeah, all good. Edit come. Come stai? No, that's French. Come stai? Sto bene. Timers. So we have the warm-up here on Geodesic. Okay. Okay, now we have it. Perfect. So I don't know why there are any typos, but this is for the seeding here. Bulgork is finalist. HiikKen is 1 victory away. So we have 2 more rounds at max. And hello Siqaa, well played. And yeah, let's go to the last round here, or second to last round. Let's see. But it's HiikKen actually making that mistake there. The pressure is rising for him. Oh, no, guys. Do you see that? Hello. So Bulgork is winning this one here and gets himself the best seeding for the loser brackets. Not making a mistake there. HiikKen is too far behind to have a saying. And the WeWolves player will get a solace with that 3rd position. He's approaching the ending section now. It's really important here to hold your gear. I think that's the most difficult map here for gear management. And you can also push it here. A lot of jumps that are, yeah, coming in after each other, and then a cool risky finish, as you can see. So Bulgork is your 3rd position, is on your 3rd position. HiikKen is on 4th, and that concludes match number 1 for the first phase. I'm also gonna cast match 9, which comes up soon. And yeah, there you have it. It's starting in 15 minutes. So thank you all for the follows here. JoBlo01 as well. Thank you so much, guys. And yeah, nice support to see all of you in here. So of course I'm covering everything of the French regionals. And yeah, if you haven't followed me already,